Hey everyone, this is Stephanie 1111 Tarot Babe. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome all the new people finding this. Please subscribe because I think you'll like the channel. I think you'll like what you see. So this is going to be how will 2019 end for you. We have three selections today. This is a smaller reading and it is number 1, number 2, and number 3. So go ahead and select your card. We will be using tarot and oracles today. I'd live draw because it's easier. So don't worry, there is information to come besides those 3 cards sitting there. Before we get started, and while you're taking a moment to select your card or cards, because there could be multiple messages for you, so if you are drawn to listen to more than one selection, please do so. I'm just going to remind you to check out the description box below for information regarding booking me and for information regarding the Facebook groups. So I do a poll in the Facebook groups whenever I remember to, but pretty often for what the next reading will be. So if you're wanting to, first of all, join a community of like-minded people, either if you're into witchcraft, you're into tarot, you're into, high vibe, whatever it is, I do run 2 different types of Facebook groups that cater to both, all different types of energy. And if you are looking for that, definitely check out the description box below because that has all the information regarding that. And if you're wanting to participate and get your voice heard regarding the next reading, please make sure you join and look out for the next poll that I run regarding that. Let's see, anything else? Oh, and of course, if you're looking to book a reading, the information is below. And if you like any of the decks that I am using, I have linked all that information below as well. So now that you have listened to all that, you can go ahead and scroll to the pinned comment for the timestamps and select your pile. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Again, this is how will 2019 end for you. It is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone. There's going to be a lot of energy picking up because there'll be different people watching it. So keep that in mind. Only take the information that you know is for you. So let's go ahead and get into this. So group 1. We're going to put these off to the side for now. So this is going to be the general energy for the end of the year for group 1, and that is going to be the Queen of Winter, which is the Queen of Swords in a traditional deck. So you can see they're strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. This is an energy of being sure of yourself. And that's what I feel like group 1, you guys are going to be stepping into yourself. You've already probably stepped into yourself. And this is just going to be following through with that is what I feel like. I don't feel like this is a new energy coming to you. It's something that you're probably developing now. I am recording this August 17th. So if you're watching this around August, you might resonate September, or you might feel like this is coming on. I feel like a group of you have disconnected from toxic relationships that you were in, and that can go in regards to romantic relationships, friendships, family members, anything that was not serving you or something that you needed to be involved in, you were able to walk away from, and you're serving yourself. Yeah, it says that on there, right on the card. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. So let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out. So I have ego. And we have Princess of Autumn. So you definitely could be at the end of your year. There's a lot of energy here regarding your career. So this is picking up a lot about that. You are probably very focused and going to continue to be very focused on your career. But there's going to be some sort of fear there. There's like a sense, and it's probably picking up now when you're watching this, being that the first card that I drew out is ego, that you're not able to get what it is that you're wanting. Maybe for some people it's going to be that you're kind of like putting far too much emphasis on material items, and like that's your main focus instead of focusing on, making sure that you are financially sound, but also that you're not running yourself ragged in the process of it, and that you have a balanced life, that it's not just work, work, work. For other people, I feel like it's not feeling like you are capable of providing for yourself. And So this is a message for you to let you know right now when you're listening to this that you are able to. This is something that is an illusion, that you're referencing things of your past and situations of your past and seeing like, okay, well, when I tried this, something new before, I failed, or when this is what happened in my last work experience. So the message there is to let that kind of energy go. And I also see Princess of Autumn there. So that's going to be I feel like you're maybe being called to, you'll be called to start to study something. So maybe you'll be starting school in the like early, what it would be spring semester, or what? No, is it? Yeah, I think it would be considered spring semester when you're starting like in January. Or you are going to be called to maybe work underneath somebody so you can learn, like kind of like an internship type thing. The Princess of Autumn is the Page of Pentacles, and it's a very studious energy. But there also could be, the pages are also messengers, so there could be some sort of message of money coming through to you at the end of the year. I just got the nudge that maybe there's some people waiting for, we have Nine of Summer. Yeah, there's somebody waiting for some sort of financial information. So there's somebody waiting for like maybe a lawsuit to go through. This would be something that would be in your favor, where you're waiting for the money to go through. So maybe like a settlement, a lawsuit, child support, anything like that. It's something to do with legal, because I saw like legal papers and somebody being very excited that something processed through. That is a direct message to whoever that's towards, that's coming through at the end of the year for you. Okay. And so we have the Nine of Summer. That's really awesome. So this is letting you know that we have some sort of wishes coming true. And that's what I was saying. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be in a lot of doubt throughout the rest of this year, even after listening to the reading, because things are not going to be going the way that you were hoping or the way that you planned, but they are still working out. It's just not working the way that you were expecting it to, is what I'm getting. And so at the end of the year, you do get your wish fulfillment. You are getting, some people, they're really wanting a promotion, and that's what you're getting. Some people are really wanting a new job, and that's what you're getting. And sometimes the way that's going to play out is maybe you won't be getting the promotion in the company that you're at. It will be at a different company, but it will still be a promotion, or you're not going to get the exact job that you thought you would absolutely love and want. You're getting something else, and it's actually better. So it could be those type of situations for some, and some will be getting exactly what they want in regards to their career and regards to their finances, but you're needing to let go of whatever it is that connects with you and your ego in the situation. So again, like I said, some people are putting far too much emphasis on what they own. If you already have enough to provide for yourself and some to be comfortable, and you resonate with that, and you're wanting more, and there's nothing wrong with wanting more, wanting to enjoy, wanting to be in that Nine of Pentacles, treating yourself energy. But if you're already okay, you need to make sure that you are not pushing yourself to a point to get that excess where you're actually working against yourself, because you're making yourself out of balance, and you're basically wanting something that you don't necessarily need. So there's like going to be like this resistance, is what I'm seeing. It's like the more you're going to push after it, the more issues you're going to see as a result. And that could be financial fallbacks, or that could just be, I feel like I just heard for some it could be health, especially if you're overworking yourself. So you'll know if that's for you. The other people though, and I feel like this is the bigger chunk of the selection that will be watching this, is it's going to be that you are afraid of being able to provide for yourself, and you have to let that fear go, because as long as you hold on to that fear, it's going to create a financial blockage. It's going to create a blockage of ideas for you. The energy is going to rub off in your workplace. People are going to know that you're not sure of yourself. So why would they give you the promotion if you're not even sure of yourself in the situation that you're already in? So you have to keep that kind of stuff in mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some oracles. So we're going to take a look at the goddess deck to see kind of what the goddess energy that you're in. And so that can be, most of the viewers, according to my analytics, are female, but for my male viewers out there, you can still embody goddess energy. You do embody goddess energy. So let's go ahead and just take a see. What will that energy be at the end of the year? So we have true love coming out. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let's put it up here. True love is coming out. Romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Okay, so while there is a lot about finances and career and that, and telling you to focus on that, I feel like because you do pull a lot of your energy into focusing on your career, into somehow expanding yourself and expanding your knowledge, expanding your reach, I heard. So maybe you're going to be networking with other people. You're stepping out there in a way that I feel like you haven't before. And it's almost like you're becoming more of an adult. And, I'm sure most of you are fully grown adults, but you might not necessarily feel it all the time, but you're really focusing this fall. Like you're just driven. Even look at her. She's writing something there. She's driving it. You're very driven and focused. There's almost like a chariot energy here. And it's just because of that, because you've pulled all of your energy out of, like I said, toxic people, toxic relationships, romantic relationships that didn't serve you. There is something actually real coming in for you as well. So not only are you getting this fulfillment in regards to your career, you have some sort of new love that is healthy coming in for you as well. I feel like somehow through this work that you are doing in regards to, and once you're finding your balance, once you're leaving this ego behind, this work somehow is healing to you. And you guys, healing isn't always just like meditating or going to seminars or like whatever. Healing happens in everyday things when you're just being more aware of what you're doing and where you're putting your energy into. So let's go ahead and take a look. Since this is a ton about career, we're going to use one of the career oracles and see what comes out for group 1. Oop, and this fell. Look at that. Oh, sorry if I hit the camera. We have study coming out, so that's perfect. Just like I was saying, we have the Princess of Autumn there, and that's a student energy. I do feel like you are going to be gaining a lot of confidence through expanding your knowledge about whatever you're working on. So whatever your field is, you don't need to necessarily, some of you might be enrolling back in school or considering it, and here's definitely a push too. While right now it's probably too late to do that, you might be gearing up to doing that in the springtime, like I said in the beginning of the reading. So here is your, green light. Focus on that. Go ahead and do that. Get prepared and ready for that. But for others that maybe aren't able to go back to school, you don't have the time, you don't have the finances, you are being called to study more about whatever you're working in right now at the moment. So, there's a lot of free resources. You can find information on blogs and on YouTube's of professionals in your field and how to propel that, especially if you are a small business owner or somebody that's opening up something like that. Checking out the different, so what I'm getting now is making sure that if you are working like through social media, making sure you understand not just the field that you're working in, but how social media runs, how algorithms work, how, how to catch the attention of other people. So it's all that kind of stuff, the SEO, all of that, stuff where you're needing to learn how the internet works really, and how marketing yourself on the internet works. So that's something to look into if you are somebody that's a small business owner, or maybe you're starting that as a hobby and you're wanting it to become successful. You're needing to study more on that as well as whatever you are promoting. There's also a call to expand that knowledge as well. So you're going to be very, very busy between the multiple things going on here. I feel like some people that, they're starting a business, they have their own job that they're trying to excel at. Like they're like super focused on their career. So you're going to be very busy for the rest of this year, and it's going to seriously result in some amazing things at the end of the year and beginning of 2020 for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at romance. Since we did have true love come out, let's take a peek at there. I know everybody wants to know about that for group 1. Okay, we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So like I was saying, I felt like there's a lot of healing going on in this, let's just put it here, in this reading. And it's weird because I do feel like you guys are really focused on work. So when are you having all this time to do this healing? And I do feel like because you prove to yourself that you can create something and you don't have to have like this attachment to a relationship in order to do so, You are learning how to enjoy the moments that you're having, enjoy your friendships, enjoy yourself more. You're learning how to forgive. I feel like this is learning how to forgive yourself of past relationships, of allowing yourself to be in past situations that didn't serve you and for how long you did so. And I do feel like you're releasing some sort of energy that was attracting the same type of people to you that were just basically there to kind of be your, like you're releasing some sort of karmic pattern here over this, and it's because you are redirecting your energy into something else that has nothing to do with this. Maybe you were a group that was always about relationships and that was your main focus, and now you're pulling back and focusing more on yourself. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people, the ones that were like falling into, I'm not sure if I can do this, like I don't know if I can provide for myself. Maybe you were somebody that was financially dependent on somebody else, and, you know, maybe it was your parents, maybe it was a partner, and you're learning how to, you know, believe in yourself, really, is what I feel what that romance card is. I don't really feel like it's talking about anything in particular. For some people, it could be talking about learning how to forgive others, learning how to forgive, you know, maybe you're somebody that has something against men completely or women completely, whatever. And you're learning how to, you know, you're seeing that it's not all of one grouping of people that there's an issue with. But I don't feel like that's a big, you know, I feel like maybe that's a couple people. I do feel like mostly this is about yourself and learning how to forgive yourself. And it's very divinely guided with the angels there. So there's a lot of divinely guided energy. So we're going to take a look at one more card. That's going to be the spiritual, what is this? The Work Your Light deck. So just kind of some spiritual energy. And we have Pillar of Light. What does that say on there? Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Yeah. So like I said, you just have, there's so much healing going on. And because of that, your energy is rising and you are now starting to repel this lower energy that was attracted to you because you basically needed to see the issues that were within. So you're no longer going to be attracting the same type of relationships at the end of the year. Spiritually, you are going to be receiving information. You're going to be receiving downloads is what I get with that imagery there. So if you get different insights and different aha moments of different things you can do with your business, with your love life, with your you know, everyday life, you need to start listening to that. You need to start meditating regularly, as everyone does. And you know, you're going to be having some gifts start to pop up for you. So you might be having, what I'm hearing is some clairvoyance, clairsentience. So just, knowing things or being able to feel other people's emotions. So making sure that you're grounding and that you're shielding will be very important. You can look that up online. You can join my Facebook group, and there is a great article that is written in the group regarding that as well. But yeah, this is really positive for group 1. It's definitely going to be a lot of work, but it's very positive, and I feel like you're going to I don't see like stress due to the work at all. So I do feel like this is something that you're going to be enjoying because it's you proving something to yourself. Okay, so that is it for group 1. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, what's going on with you right now. I do appreciate all the comments. Okay. Now let's go on to group number 2. So, welcome group number 2. This is going to be how will 2019 end for you? And this card right here is going to be the general energy of the ending of the year. And then we are going to go ahead and take a look at some more tarot and oracles as well. So we have the Three of Pentacles. So right away, you might be having a lot of stuff about work, just because the Three of Pentacles is all about work, working together, coming together, working in a group setting, and working very well, having a good flow. So that is, group number 1 was a lot about work, but we had some other stuff go on. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more cards here. So group number 2. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. I'm sorry, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so what I see here is, I feel like you guys are probably, when you're watching this, or maybe earlier in the fall, I'm recording in August, so there's some sort of very like combative energy here. There's like, I don't know if, I feel like it's kind of picking up on multiple different things because I'm not pinpointing one particular topic like I did with the first reading. So some of you are definitely, it's going to be about work. Some of you, it's going to be about relationships. And I feel like some of this is going to be internal, like emotional distress or emotional issues. And it could be a variety of different little things, not necessarily little, but different things hitting you. But the positive thing with that is while you're in this kind of very combative, I'm just feeling like it's very stressful energy. It's something that you are able to like work past. Okay. And I know that like the Seven of Swords is not traditionally about a fight or anything like that, but that's just with this imagery and her face. That's just what I'm getting there, that there is some sort of fight. Like I get that, you know how I said Five of Swords. I got that Five of Swords energy right off the bat, just when that card came down. Okay, and this is what it could be. This is what I'm seeing it could be. There could be a situation for those that are resonating regarding work, particularly if you came onto this reading kind of wanting to know what was going to go on with your work or your finances. There is some sort of fight or some sort of issue that you're going through that you're needing to be kind of sneaky about. You're needing to have to, you know, you can't let everybody know what you're doing. You can't let the competition know what's going on. So maybe you're going for a promotion. Maybe you are a small business owner and you have some ideas. You're needing to make sure you be kind of mindful of who you share that information with, because the reason why I say that is because we have the Ace of Cups there, and that's going to be all about new insight, new ideas. And these are something that are divinely given when it's the ace. You know, this is the hand coming out of the sky with this offer. And Cups is all about creativity. It's also about romance. So this could be picking up on a new relationship coming in for you at the end of the year. But I definitely feel like it's some sort of insight that you're having to, it has to do with your finances and it has to do with your work, and you're having to kind of reel it back. Like what I'm getting right now is I'm seeing this meme I saw earlier, so that's great. I always call myself a meme psychic because I seem to know how to pick the memes that people want. The meme that I'm seeing right now is actually more of a quote, and it was just about, you know, making sure that you don't be careful of presenting good news to bad energy. And sometimes we don't always know, especially if we're very close to the energy. Even people that are sensitive to energy, we can talk ourselves out of somebody that's close to us being not the best person for us. And we do that often as readers. So, you know, this is letting you know that be mindful of the information that you're receiving now and who you share it with. And it might be best to just keep it to yourself, because there could be people, and especially in this time where energy is just being transferred more and more and people are becoming more aware of their abilities, there could be people sending you kind of bad energy and you receiving it without really necessarily knowing. And so I just feel like for some reason you're being kind of guided to reel it back. Don't let everybody know everything until it's like confirmed. So that could be for a couple of reasons. It could be because things aren't going to pan out the way exactly that you're thinking they are. Or it could be because, again, like there's somebody that's close to you that maybe is going to try to mess up your plans a little bit, or it's something along those lines. So just kind of hold back good information. what I just heard is like maybe somebody's going out for a new job and you decide to talk to one of your coworkers, because the Three of Pentacles is about kind of coworker relationships, and your coworker goes and mentions something to your boss, and then you're like, oh, you're looking for a new job. Like, just be mindful, okay? And as long as you're mindful and kind of keep the information hidden that needs to be hidden, you do step into this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is the self-sufficiency and this being able to treat yourself and having abundance, and doing it, what I hear is doing it on your own. So again, there's something that you're working on. Maybe you're manifesting it, but you're like working on this, and you already know what this is about if you're listening to this. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then this pile is not for you, is what I'm hearing. And you need to pick another pile, check out another video. So let's go ahead and take a look at some oracles. So the first one we're going to take a peek at is the goddess energy that you guys are going to be in for the end of the year. So we have Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. Okay, so you could be moving at the end of the year. And if you do move, you're going to be moving into a situation that's much better for you. You could be, like I said, I feel like this definitely could be about a job change and needing to be keeping quiet on that. Maybe you are starting a new business and you're going to be able to, like you're seeing the business, or you already, okay, not a new business, but you already have a business that you've had for a while. This is going to be people that have had a business, I'm hearing, for like at least a year, and you are going to start to see that in business start to make some serious financial moves, and you're potentially going to be able to maybe quit your full-time regular job, and that's what you need to hold back sharing that information on until you know for sure. Okay, but when that comes through, you're going to be able to make an improvement by leaving, it's, even though it's not your home, your job, you're spending a lot of time, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, more for some people at their job. Sometimes they're spending more time at work than they are at home. And so you're making this change, or you're changing jobs, or you're getting a job with better hours. Whatever it is a change for improvement, and it's an improvement to your health and your stress. So, and some people are going to be physically moving. So if you're hoping and you're working on a physical move at the end of the year, this is coming through to you at the end of the year. And I'm hearing fall too, just like it's coming through. It might not necessarily be not fall, but the end of fall, beginning of winter. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and take a look, since this is picking up a lot on work. We're going to take a look at the work oracle. That's not the name of it, that's just what I call it. All that information will be in the description box. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So again, like I was saying, those of you that are resonating with this hard, you're already going to know, and you're needing to trust yourself because you are being guided. You are being given this insight, the Ace of Cups. That's great. And so this insight is not just you coming up with this out of nowhere. Like, you are being given this information by your guides, by God, by the universe. So you definitely need to trust it and trust any of the tips that you are getting on what to do with your career. So let's go ahead and take a look at romance angels oracles. Everybody wants to, oh, we had one card fly out. Everybody wants to know what's going on with their romantic relationships. And we had reconciliation fly out. Okay, so for some of you, this is not going to be for all of you. I'm just going to put that out there right away. For some of you, you will be having somebody coming back into your life from the past. I'm going to pull another card for that because sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. But there are some people that have been hoping and working and trying to manifest a reconciliation, and that is coming through to you. They are coming back into your life. I feel a lot of hesitation here. So I'm going to pull another card. Okay, well, this is positive. I just feel some hesitation, so I'm wondering why I feel that hesitation. So we have this could be the one. So this is going to, you know what that's coming out for? This is coming out to let you know that this is somebody that you have, yeah, this is whoever is from your past. Sorry, I'm just taking a look here. You know what I'm going to say? I feel like the reason why there is hesitation, and I'll explain this because I read cards a little bit different. I don't really do spreads because I like to just set cards down where I set them down, as I feel like that's my higher self guiding me to set the cards down so I can take a look at the whole picture. And we do have the Seven of Swords there. So I do feel like this reconciliation that is coming back into your life is somebody that you probably already know who I'm talking about. As soon as that reconciliation card came out, you probably already thought of them. And that this could be the one is letting you know that you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this is the person that you are thinking of. This is the person that you are hoping for. However, there is a ridiculous amount of hesitation for me here in what I'm feeling energetically and like just intuitively, right? And that's because that Seven of Swords sitting here. The Seven of Swords lets me know that there is something that this individual is hiding. There's something that this individual needs to come through with and let you know so you can make a decision going forward. And I don't feel like that's necessarily going to be out in the open when this person comes back. So the way this person, okay, so for people that have, this person has ghosted them or they had some sort of big fight and then you've had to walk away from them and this person's coming back to maybe apologize, I just don't feel like this is going to happen the way that you were hoping. Like they're going to come back and say, oh, I'm so sorry for this. Like I feel like there's going to be some sort of like, unfortunately for some, gaslighting type situations. There's going to be just some sort of sneaky energy that you'll feel, or I feel like you're going to feel it. And I feel like this person already has a history of that. So you're not going to be totally shocked that they don't come back as this brand new person. And that's why I feel so hesitant when I'm talking about this. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, you're having your big reunion with your person and blah, blah, blah. Like I'm always honest with my readings and I'm going to let you know the feelings I'm having from the cards. And I feel like there's something, even like with the way this reading, okay, how this person is like looking at the other person. Oh, you guys can't really see it and it won't clear up. But it's like, there's something very sneaky, like he's looking off and he's not looking at her, she's looking at him, he's looking at something coming in, like he's like, oh crap, like am I gonna get caught? So maybe this person is still in another relationship. Maybe this person is still kind of, if they're single, maybe they're still talking and dating around to other people, but they do miss you and want to come back to you. But there's something not, there's still something there, something with them is not up to par with more than likely what you're wanting from them, but they are coming back. So that is something that you should know. And I do believe that they are. We have Ace of Cups. They're going to come back. They're going to come back with an offer. But you're going to need to really use your discernment. Okay? And if this person is picking up on that energy of like, with you but not wanting to get caught with you, maybe it is because they're in another relationship, maybe it's because there's some sort of issue with like you guys as like families, maybe you guys have different like beliefs and they don't want their family to know they're with you. There's something about sneaking around, so make sure that you are honoring yourself in that situation. So next we're going to take a look at some spiritual messages that come through for you at the end of the year. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So I'm gonna, and again, please only take this if it resonates. I know this might get me some people that are not too happy with this reading because of it. I do want to tell you that you definitely have financial and career gain by the end of this year. It might not happen in the way that you're wanting to. So you might have situations where you feel like everything's falling apart and not going according to plan. I just heard Virgo. So maybe some of you are Virgos, that I think that was just kind of being like that Virgo controlling not that Virgos are controlling, but you know, that energy of wanting things to go according to plan. That's not going to be how the rest of this year works for you. So make sure you understand when you have those moments where things are not going the way you were hoping, that you remind yourself that this situation is not working out because there's a way that it can be done better. And so it's falling apart, so you can see that. But particularly what we were just talking about in regard to this person coming back, this situation that comes back, if it ends up resonating with you on this person comes back, but they don't come back in the way you're really wanting them to, it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's trying to show you something. It's trying to show you a pattern of behavior of what you have been doing in the past and how you can break free from it. It's an opportunity to stand up for what you deserve and to communicate that. And if this person is unable or unwilling to give that to you, being able to walk away. Okay. And it's going to hurt and it's going to feel like, you know, why is this happening to me again? But it is something that I feel like for some reason you're going to be able to walk away from a lot easier this time. And that's probably because you have these other good things happening in your life. And you're able to see that, you know, I don't need this guy that's worried about us getting caught, or worried about how it seems like for us to be together, or worried about what other people think about us. Okay. Or woman, you know, whoever it is. I'm just saying guy because of the picture. So that's going to be it for group 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your life. Leave a like if this resonates with you. And yeah, I love seeing your guys' comments. So definitely leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. And if you're wanting to book a personal reading, you can do so on my website, and that information's in the comments or in the description box. Okay. So that is group number 2. So thank you so much, group number 2. And welcome, group number 3. So group number 3, this is going to be your reading for how will 2019 end for you. And we have your general energy, or the energy, overall energy, I should say, coming out as the Hanged Man. So we're going to be using tarot, and we're going to be using oracles for this reading. But this is just going to be the first card, just to kind of give us a basis to build from. And remember, this is a general reading. Only take what resonates with you. Leave behind any information that doesn't. You know, you can pick another pile. You can check out another video. But if you know it's not for you, don't try to make it fit, and don't, you know, get upset over anything. So the Hanged Man. This is going to be, I feel, for some. This is going to go both ways. I'm actually going to take this as the Hanged Man as it is right there, upright, and the Hanged Man reverse. There is a pause for some. This is going to go half and half, really. There's a pause for some, and there is, and so this is going to be feeling suspended, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like, you know, there's something you're supposed to do, but you're not quite sure where to go. And then there's going to be an enlightenment for others. And basically what I'm seeing is that like half of you are, and there's no like, you know, better or worse than or further ahead or behind. It's just like where you are. So it's not like half of the group is better than the other half. Okay. I'm seeing some people being at a point where they're having an enlightenment period, where they're getting those aha moments and being able to move forward and release the Hangman energy at the end of the year. And I'm seeing other people just stepping into the Hangman energy, where they're going through their own enlightenment period and process of integrating information that they're getting from their higher self, from source, God, the universe, whatever terminology you prefer. And so it's just at a different stage. Okay. But it's not necessarily a different level. It's just, we go back and forth between different energetic spaces of where we're receiving information and where we're integrating. And so there's a split there for who's those attracted to this group. So I will be kind of reading the rest of the cards based on that. Okay. So take what is resonating with you again. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Move this over. Sorry, there's a helicopter going over right now. Okay. So, the Ten of Wands. So there's a lot of wand energy, as you can see. And I'm even going to take into the account that the Hanged Man has, you know, the thing that he's hanging on. And that's made out of sticks. Big stick, but still. So you might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have heavy fire in your chart, but you don't have to. Just going to throw that one out there because people do enjoy hearing that for some clarification if it resonates. But otherwise, I'm going to take this as there's a lot of desire for movement. And that sucks because you're either in the hangman energy or you're just releasing it. So there's a very conflicting energy within you. You guys are wanting to do something so bad and you have so much passion and fire and drive for it, but you're needing to wait because you're not ready yet. Okay. So don't take it as like you're doing something wrong, or don't take you might have some weird energy like shifts is what I'm hearing. You might have a lot of energy sometimes and then feel very, very tired others. And that might make some of you feel very lazy, especially if you are heavy fire signs and very used to always being energetic. You have to understand you're going through some sort of integration period right now. For those of you that are, you know, both of you guys, both sections I'm talking about are going to have these integration moments where you're going to feel slowed down. It's just some of you are stepping into it in the beginning of like this fall time, and then others are stepping into it at the end of the year. So you both are going to have to deal with that, and you're going to have to deal with this strong desire for movement and clarity. But right now, one of the issues is that you are carrying too much weight. You need to redistribute and like what you have to do. You need to start delegating things out. There are things that you don't need to take care of personally that you're still taking care of personally. You need to start releasing some control. And that's going to be one step to get you closer into an enlightened energy, into this. It's so perfect because, you know, for those that are releasing the Hanged Man energy and, you know, integrating all of the downloads, you get this Ace of Swords at the end, which is that divinely given insight, that clarity, that thought, that truth revealed, that idea that you need. And it's something that you're going to have to, I feel, fight. It's a fight that you're winning, but it's a fight against, I almost feel like, yourself. You're having to fight yourself and these urges to have movement happen whenever movement isn't happening. You just have to wait, basically. You're gonna have to wait, and if you're a fire sign, that's fucking horrible to hear. Okay, I'm sorry, but and excuse my language, but you're gonna have to wait a bit, but it's gonna be so worth it to get this clarity and this insight. So let's talk about different things that could be happening here. If this is regarding a job, you're gonna be there for a while. You're going to you need to, at this point though, start delegating some of your work out to people that can handle it. So because you don't need to be doing everything you're doing. You're doing some stuff that you just are. I heard some people are making themselves a martyr. Like, just stop it. Like, be real with yourself. Don't be dramatic, and delegate some of that stuff out. Like, the world is not going to end. Okay, this is what I'm being told, and I'm sorry to be this direct, but this is what I'm being told. Your company would be totally fine if you were to drop dead right now. The world is not going to end if you don't handle everything yourself. So start delegating stuff out. Okay? They're not going to be the ones that are going to be at your, deathbed. That's how it is. Okay. I'm sorry to tell you. And I know a lot of times, especially if you're sensitive, you really, really get invested in your work and the people you work with and wanting to make sure that you're helping and everything. But you, at this point, it's at a detriment to you, to your health and your growth. So you need to start delegating stuff out and really have a reality check of how important your job is compared to you as a person and the rest of the things you have going on in your life. When it comes to, and I feel like you have to do that with some movement. That needs to be happening quick. So listen to this reading and then start listing out ways that you can delegate some of your responsibilities out to other coworkers, to family members, to a partner, whatever it is. If this is regarding, so that's again, so this could be about family, this could be about a relationship. You need to start delegating things out. You need to start sharing some of the burden that you're carrying right now. Maybe you're caring for children. You need to let your partner help you more. If you're co-parenting, maybe you need to consider doing, if maybe it's like an 80-20 situation in regards to custody. Maybe you need to consider half and half. There's some sort of load that you're needing to have somebody else help you with, and that there's people willing to help. You just need to basically get off of your kind of ego-based nonsense and allow these people to help you, and realize that you don't have to carry everything yourself, because you have your own internal fight, or you have your own external fight. You could have some issues popping up here with the Seven of Pentacles that you're going to need to focus on so you can make it through to this Ace of Swords. So let's go ahead and check in on the goddess energy for some more messages here of what's coming for group 3 at the end of 2019. And again, this is a very wide range. This could just all be internal. This could all be external. And you're going to know, like, as these things happen, I feel like you'll have part of this reading pop up in your head. All right. So we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, Onog, I think. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. What a perfect card to go right next to the Hanged Man. So yeah, this is, I didn't pick this pile. Well, at least I don't think I picked it. I pick the pile after I do the reading, when I take the picture. And that's the only time I'll pick it. But if I do pick this pile, I will be very irritated with it, because I hate having to wait and being stuck in that Hangman energy. And Easy does it, Udnog coming out, is just reiterating that this is all happening in divine timing. This is all happening when it's going to happen, and you're just having to wait. This is the big message here. So I am so sorry, especially if you are a fire dominant or a fire sign, you having to hear that, but you are going to have to wait. Whatever it is that you are working on is going to be coming to fruition at the end of the year. You will be getting some insight on how to get the movement going forward. Okay. But in the meantime, it's going to be probably delays and roadblocks and frustrations and not getting this clarity that you're wanting, but it's all coming together. So just hold on to that throughout these next couple months, or whenever you are watching this. So I went ahead and pulled some cards from the Career Oracle deck, and I have Artists coming out. So engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So maybe you are somebody that works in an artistic field. Maybe you are considering moving to an artistic field, or that's what you're wanting to do. There's just some extra information for you, extra, boost from the universe letting you know this reading is for you. But I do feel like for the majority of people, because you are stuck in this hangman energy and having to kind of just chill out for the next couple months with movement, that stepping into your artistic side and using this time that you have where things aren't busy enough, super busy, basically, because you're waiting for things to come through, it will help you. It's going to help you get to this Ace of Swords. It's going to be clearing blockages energetically, but it's going to also be a distraction in the meantime while you have to wait. You might define that you have a new passion that you never knew you had, or you might rediscover an old passion. I just heard, like, some people, if you used to play an instrument or you used to be involved in some sort of art in like high school, that's being something that you go back to. So when you're feeling yourself very frustrated in the movement in the area in your life that this is resonating with you on, then you need to do that artistic thing that makes you happy. Just clear your mind and do that. That is a way to enter into a flow state, into a meditative awake state, where you are still getting those benefits from meditation without actually meditating. And then we have Let Go also popped out. And that's going to be all about walking away from the situation in order to resolve it. You can't do anything here, okay? You can't force the situation to work right now. It's going to come through at the end of the year. And for some, it might take a bit longer, but it's going to come through, and it's a matter of patience. You're learning patience right now. is what the big lesson for you is. So fire signs, you know, that is your lesson this lifetime. I feel for a lot of fire signs is learning patience or fire dominance. Because it's always a universal joke. It's what's going to be the hardest for us that's going to come through, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the relationship oracle for the end of the year for you, and see what comes through. Express your love. I'm going to take one more card. Separation. I was just going to say this express your love was not coming out to me in a super positive, because when I'm seeing this, I'm not just looking at like the words, I'm also looking at the imagery, and he's looking at her like she's lost her damn mind. That was the main thing that popped out, and she's looking at him like she's like begging him or been crying to him or something. It's like kind of a really a weird picture, to be honest, for the card. And putting it next to separation. Okay, so this is what I'm getting, and this is just going to be for those that this applies to. Again, only take what resonates. I feel like there's some people that really have been in separation from somebody that they feel very connected with. Maybe you think they're your twin flame, or you know they're your twin flame. Maybe you think or know that you're a soulmate or some sort of very special soul connection, and you are wanting to reach out and connect to this person, but you are kind of afraid of how they're going to respond. I feel like you should reach out to connect to this person and express yourself. They might, and what I'm feeling, the warning I'm getting is that for some of you, they're not going to respond, or they're not going to respond in the way that you're hoping they're going to. You're going to get that kind of facial expression back from them if they do respond at all, but it's not about that. It's about expressing yourself. It gets you closer to this Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords not only is insight, but it's also, swords are all about communication and opening up communicative lines. And even if this person doesn't receive that information well now, they might later on at the end of the year, or at the, sometime next year in 2020. Or this is a way for you to express yourself, especially if you've been hurt by this person and you've never expressed it. That does no, I know there's a lot, and sometimes I even will post things about like, don't, make these long explanations to people that hurt you. They know they hurt you. There's no point to do that. There really is no point to do that over and over. But if you are somebody that has walked away or been walked away from by another person, and you never got to express yourself on a real way, like you always subdued it, or you never really went there with them and they still hurt you, you need to express yourself. You need to let it be known how they hurt you. There's no victory in just being like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. If you're somebody that needs to learn how to express yourself. Now, if you're somebody that is, pops off and they already know what they did because you've done told them, then don't listen to this. Don't send that millionth email. That's not helping you. But those of you, again, this is going to be a smaller group. You definitely know what I'm talking about. You've been very subdued. You haven't done anything to really express yourself, and you need to go ahead, write that letter out and send it. I'm not telling you it's bringing them back, but it releases something for you. Okay. I do feel like that there are some people that are in separation, and that separation will be ending due to an expression of love on either party. So that could be this person coming back and expressing some love, or that could be because of you expressing your love. Again, that's going to be a small selection of you. I don't know if this makes people unhappy, but I really believe in being realistic with situations, and I don't like to get people's hopes up. So if that is for you, it's going to resonate with you, and you're going to know that it is for you, and you're going to already be feeling this. You're going to be dreaming about it. You're going to know. Okay. And if it's not for you, you're going to want it to be for you, but you're going to know it's not. And, so just take that as it is. Okay. Like, I just don't like giving people false hope, and I want to get all the information across, though, that needs to go to the people it needs to go to. So definitely for those that are getting this new opportunity, congratulations. This, separation is ending from this person, and, you'll be able to step into some sort of new path. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at spiritual messages coming through for the end of the year for you. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. And so I feel like it's always a good question and always something that people need to be addressing with themselves. If you need to reestablish your boundaries, but I feel like this is almost like you have established your boundaries. That's this right here. That's a seven of wands. That is having to defend yourself and fight against others' opinions and thoughts and movements and actions towards you, and standing your ground and holding your boundaries. He's holding the line here. He's not letting them get close enough to him. She's holding the line. She's not letting all these hands grab her. For some reason, I'm getting that you are going to be attracting a lot of energy. You're going to be attracting a lot of people towards you, and you're needing to make sure that you keep your energetic boundaries and physical boundaries established. You might have a lot of romantic interest peek in you from other people, so you're going to want to make sure you are mindful of who you give your time and attention to, because it's not all going to be positive. And for particular people resonating with the more romantic aspect of this reading, regarding the reconnection from somebody in separation, you need to make sure that you establish your boundaries with that individual. You are somebody, and what I'm getting here is that you are people that have established boundaries with all of the other people in your life, and you're doing an excellent job at that. But this is the one person that seems to be able to make you waver on your boundaries, and that needs to end. And if they do push your boundaries and you don't stand up for yourself, the message I'm getting is that you will be driven back into separation again. So, and that doesn't mean that if you establish your boundaries, and then you're going to be fine and the person will like, oh, okay, well, I won't do that. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you don't, what I'm telling you is that if they push your boundaries and you don't reestablish them and be firm with them, you will definitely be thrown into separation again, because it will be shown that you have not learned your lesson yet in regarding to establishing boundaries in a romantic situation. So that's something that has been coming to me for the collective as a whole for a while. And so the more that you hold your boundaries with all the people in your life, the more opportunities you'll have for better things to come to you. Because if you can't kind of control the energy that you have already, then how are you going to take on more? It's basically what I've seen in various situations: friendships, business partnerships, romantic relationships, family situations, all of that. Okay. So definitely, I want to pull one more card for you guys. One more card, please. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? That's such a cool message. So I feel like there's something very like as we're getting to the end of this reading, there's something very celebratory, I feel, at the end of the year for you. I feel like it might not necessarily be physical, but it may for some, but you are really stepping into some sort of higher version of yourself. And you're going to be leading, like your light is leading people. You're inspiring people. Like I said, you're getting more attention. So that's going to play out for different people in different ways. For some people, it's going to be like serious recognition coming through. And that's going to be for those that are working towards that are trying to manifest that are trying to, that have YouTube channels or, whatever it is, they're doing on their social media regarding their particular field. But for other people, this is just going to be attracting all new types of friendships and relationships into your life that you didn't have before, that help you become a better version of you. And they are going to be so inspired. These people are going to be drawn to you because they're inspired of your growth and seeing who you're becoming, and the messages that you are receiving and sharing. And so that's something that's coming through at the end of the year. And if you're somebody listening to this being like, dude, like my life is falling apart, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. So much can change in a few months. Especially when you start, if you're just stepping into this now, if this is like the first time you've seen anything like this, keep going, keep checking out different readers, start researching whatever in the metaphysical you were drawn to as a child. Did you like witchcraft stuff? Did you watch Charmed, or I don't know, like Sailor Moon? I made a joke about that. just different things. If there's something that you were drawn to, if you're drawn to crystals, if you're like whatever it is that's of the metaphysical, of the occult, that's beyond, philosophy, whatever, then start researching it, learning about it. Because there's definitely some insight that needs to come into you. And there's information that you're needing to share with others. Okay? So you are stepping into being your own priestess, into this very divine feminine energy. And that is something that everyone, regardless of your gender, contains, divine feminine and masculine energy. All right, so let me know what you think, group 3. Let me know what's going on with your life. Leave a like if this resonates with you. Comment and subscribe, please. And turn that notification bell on so you can be the first to see when my new readings release. And yeah, I do love all the comments that everyone leaves. So please, please leave a comment letting me know what's going on with you and how you think this is going to play out in your life. Okay, so that's going to be the reading, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you listen to all 3, you're amazing. And I hope you guys have a great end of year 2019, and I hope you guys have a great day whenever you are listening. And I will see you in my next video.